Good morning. It is October 28th. The next day, today is the big day. We are heading to Salem, Massachusetts for their final October weekend. I expect that it is going to be packed because it's the final weekend for anybody in the region to get their Halloween fix. So I'm pretty excited. I just got a light breakfast at my hotel. It's just a Best Western, nothing too fancy, but it was pretty nice actually. So I was happy about my choice. But this is the kind of thing you don't see in Arizona, where falls don't really exist. I walked out of my hotel, and even here, I don't have to drive too far, and you have all the golden orange trees. And I wish the camera actually gave it more justice, because it looks way better in person than I think it even looks on camera. And we're going to get even more of it, especially as we head off to New Hampshire later tonight. So I have a very long day ahead of me. Back in the hotel, I gotta wait like probably an hour before I head out, just because it's only a 30-minute drive from where my hotel is to Salem, and I don't want to be there that early because places might not really be open. But it's only 78 today, so I'm kind of doing a little bit of a lighter outfit. Yesterday I had like a whole jacket, and today I'm just doing a shirt, my Halloween shirt from Halloween Horror Nights in Universal, and some jeans, and then just like my white Reeboks. So something a little more casual. Alright, now we're checking out, heading to the car, and we'll start driving over to Salem. It's actually awesome right now. It's gonna be a little warmer later, but right now it's really good. And we're off. I really wish I had an actual dash cam, because there's a lot of places that I'd like to film while I'm driving. It would be a lot safer to do so with a dash cam, but I do not have one. So I think I'm just gonna film some spots when it's a little slower and I can kind of cruise along. So we're off to Salem High School because parking in actual Salem is supposed to be not only crazy, but they charge $50 for the day for you to park there, just to kind of get people not to park there. I feel like they're trying to keep the volume down. So they're offering free shuttles. If you go to the Salem High School and park there in their parking lot, they'll shuttle you to downtown Salem and back. So that's where we're off to now, and we're trying to beat the traffic, which I feel like in Massachusetts you don't really beat. It's almost worse than California, to be honest with you. So I'll be on the road, and see you when we're in Salem. So we got off the highway, and now we're just going through it looks like we're on the outskirts of Peabody. We got a sign for the Peabody Essex Museum passing. So it looks like we are. And honestly, some of the nicest things to see is when you're driving by and the trees start losing, like the leaves just kind of flutter down to the ground. Almost, it's 50-50. There's some trees with leaves, and then the other ones are they're kind of bare. So this is a really good time to be here. You couldn't pick a better time. Earlier there's probably not enough fall colors, and now there's so much. And we're driving into town. We're about to get to the high school parking lot, and then we're gonna take the shuttle down to downtown, where all the celebrations and decorations are. When you're not actually downtown, Salem honestly doesn't have a lot of Halloween decorations. I haven't really seen many houses too done up. It's much more casual, which I guess is nice. I mean, you have houses like this coming up where it's a decent amount. But this is the kind of, decoration. This is a middle school. I would love to go to middle school, something like that. That would have been fantastic to get middle school there. And then your high school is even better. I'm excited to see what the high school looks like. To go to high school in Salem, Massachusetts. We got that cute little Halloween house. They're doing a little better job over here. A lot more decoration. And then they got promotion for shuttle stop. Weekends only though. Today's a Saturday, so it counts. I don't know what Friday. I think Friday probably wouldn't have counted. But for Saturday, we have a shuttle stop and free parking. So all I gotta do is I'm here at 9 a.m. and the shuttle actually doesn't say it starts until 10 a.m. So I gotta wait around for an hour. But I wanted to be here early to get a good parking spot rather than risk it filling up and then me not having an easy place to park the car. So, well, I gotta kill an hour, but I definitely got here at the right time. There's like no cars. I'm sure by 10 a.m. they're gonna start coming in, and I'm gonna go take a look at the high school. Maybe take some photos of it. I'm guessing it's gonna have those cool fall October movie, like classic high school brick and mortar, that like dark red brick layout. I'm hoping it has some classic flair. Kind of blocked his sun flare. There we go. That's cool. I like that they really just, it's all they went full in, dude. The Witches, home of the Witches, Salem High School, class of 1991. I bet it would have been great to go to high school here. Honestly, like, perfect place for fall. I don't know what the winter's like here, but I would assume the fall here is great. I'm following, there's a little path. I'm just waiting for the shuttle. It's like 40 minutes away. Parking still hasn't rolled in, but there's a little path up here that I think goes up to Salem High School. What a path, dude. Look at this. I wish we had cool stuff like this in Arizona. What are we doing? Oh, this just goes to the flagpole. I thought this went to the actual school. You get a good view of it. I feel like I'm at the beginning of a Goosebumps episode. Pretty sure drop off if I fell. Now, it's closed. It'd be cool if I could like take a tour of it, see what it looks like on the inside, but I think this is close enough. This will work. This will do. Alright, this is me walking up from the parking lot instead of the overhead view. This is like the main student, I'm guessing this is faculty parking. This would be kind of small if it was student parking. It wouldn't fit more than like 150 cars. But then that's the actual front, like, drop-off area of the school. I'm hoping that's not the type of shuttle that's gonna bring us. That would take forever. I'm hoping it's like an actual coach, like a big bus. So in true Halloween Town fashion, the school bus dropped us off and picked us up. Even the post offices are much cooler down these parts yonder. We even have a Halloween themed Dunkin' Donuts in Salem. I'm sure there's Halloween Dunkins in probably most of the country, but it's especially cool when it's in Salem. I'm kind of thankful I ate before I came, because there's a lot of restaurants that have a line to get in. Like over there, down there was the Ugly Mug Cafe, and the line's already like 3 businesses down. So I'm very happy that I don't have to worry about that. And then there is Main Street, and we can already see it's starting to fill up. It doesn't look bad from here, but I can tell from probably once I get in the middle of the action, it's gonna get very crowded. And then there's Sabrina the Witch on her broomstick, flying over the town of Salem. We're finally here. Let's see what we got. We got a gift shop over there. We got Michael Myers taking pictures with you.
Yeah, buddy! This is not your first time.
Oh, now that's cool. The Monster Museum, Count Orlok's. I think actually this is one I'm gonna wait in line for. They do a pretty good job, I think, of doing an interesting museum of the different monsters from horror movies. Journey through horror history. And then right next to Nightmare Gallery, the Count Orlok's Monster Museum, we have... Let me just wait for... You get more tree. I'm waiting for the line to come. We have City Hall from Hocus Pocus. Sorry, Town Hall. My bad. Town Hall from Hocus Pocus. Let me see if I can get in the middle so you can get a perfect view. Honestly, it's a lot smaller than I expected. hard to take a look inside, but I'm sure there's ways to get in. This is behind the town hall. This is the other side of it. Honestly, this probably would make a better picture too. The other hallway has way better, has more trees and stuff, like the other corridor. But
I feel like making them wait anywhere in line. I'm still waiting.
might be the perfect time for a photo op, but I don't have sunglasses. All right, thankfully there are signs that kind of direct you to places. Okay, so we got the Witch Trial Museum, the Memorial up front, the Peabody Essex Museum to the left, Visitor Center. I think we're gonna go right back up to Main Street. I took a detour past Town Hall after seeing that iconic Hocus Pocus setting and film location. And now I'm gonna go right back up this street to the main area. I'm trying to find which city mall. They've got some cool exhibitions. Squirrel.
Come on, twins! From the Shining, look beautiful!
I think it's pretty fun that this is the, I don't know if they dress up every weekend when people come to Salem, but it's fun because it's the last weekend of October, so I think more people are actually dressing up for Halloween. We got a pretty good Shaggy and Velma. That's a really good Shaggy and Velma, actually.
Oh, you got it.
Oh, sick. I found it. The Witch City Mall. Hold on, let me just take a picture. I want to take it from the outside. Okay, I watch a YouTube channel called Random Land, Justin Scared. He came here to Salem, actually twice at this point. He recommended Essex Pizza, but I think I'm all pizzaed out. It does look cool. I think they're just opening, but I'm pretty pizzaed out at the moment. Ooh, dang. We have a little lantern. We got some, it looks like Nosferatu over there in the corner. It is spooky dooky in here. Bring up the brightness. There's some corners where you can't see anything. We got some witches in the corner here. Oh shit. Ooh, spooky. We got the leprechaun corner. Hey, it's Warwick Davis. Looks like the Skinwalker or Wendigo. The Crooked Man. Oh, that's spooky. Now we've entered the mummy's tomb. We got the old Nick. Old Nick's hopped in the halls here. Oh, now we got cool, the Demogorgon. Sorry. Oh God! Oh God! Oh. And then we got Frankenstein hanging out in the corner. Well, was a pretty fun little thing to do for Halloween. I don't know if it's the best one in Salem, but I think it's worth it a try if you're in town. It's $15, so it won't set you back too much. And it was fun just seeing all the little monster exhibits. Take a look at this cool little pumpkin dude. He's just standing outside his Halloween museum, waiting for you to come see everything about Halloween. And that would be one house to live in. You'd have to deal with the crowds a lot, but I can't think of a better house to live in. This is the Gardner Ping Tree House. The wrought iron gate. That's gorgeous. You see the Witch Museum peeking at us.
Are you live streaming?
No. This is the memorial to Roger Conant, the first settler of Salem, back in 1626. Adds a good spooky ambiance right next to the Salem Witch Museum. Museum has sold out for the day. I didn't get any tickets, but a lot of people were telling me that it's actually not that interesting inside. That it's, you know, more or less got some good information about the history of the town, but that it's more like gimmicky than anything. The outside is what I really wanted to see. Right next to the Hawthorne Hotel, like the Witch Museum is right there. There's this huge park. They set up like a fairgrounds almost. They got different things you can eat. You got candied apples, soups and bread bowls, ice cream.
Yeah, I have got the hunting down myself. Break it. No, I lost it.
There's arts and crafts, games. I love that a ton of people are dressed up in like costumes. I love there's a ton of people in costumes because it makes it that much better. I wish I was almost gonna bring like a Halloween mask myself, just to at least have a mask. But honestly, it's like 80 degrees, so it's a nice day, but it'd be hot for a costume. I'm glad I just have my Michael Myers Halloween t-shirt. And then when you leave the main street, I'm kind of just exploring on my own, you find cool stuff like this, like houses that really committed to the season a little bit better than some others. Okay, now I'm going down, I think it's Lafayette Street, on my journey to Max's house from the movie Hocus Pocus. So you'll all kind of remember Max lives in that white house with the attic room that is right next to the water. So I'm making my way down. It's about a mile down from the actual like strip where all the markets are, so it's a lot more low-key. I just wanted to highlight some of the architecture. Oh, look at that. I think I'm almost there. This house completely stood out from the rest. Everything has a really New England feel, but this is even better. Look at this house and the house right next to it. They're all beautiful.
Do you want our picture? I like it though.
And here we are, Max's house in Hocus Pocus. It's actually smaller than I thought too. It looks bigger in the movies compared to the one right next to it. But you can't beat the view that it has, that's for sure. Beachside access. And then a little farther down over there is Pioneer Village. It's like a a replica 1600s Salem town, like what original Salem would have looked like. But you have to have tickets, and I've already gone pretty far from the main streets coming here, so I think I'm just gonna spend some more time, take some more photos, and then I'll start making my way back to the main street again, where the last stop will probably be Allison's house, that big white mansion looking place that they stopped by before the main events of the movie. Okay, it's time to say goodbye to Max and Danny's house. Taking one last peek till they walk away, but I think I'll probably make my way back to Salem before you know it. I've come full circle. I looped all the way back from Mike and Danny's house, and I'm back on Main Street. It is now 1:40 p.m. So all the late crew has arrived, and it feels even more crowded, as I expected.
The Bible says that we should have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather expose them. We come out here today to...
She got like a shade. Seems like every single store has a line before you can actually even go in and buy. So you have to wait in line. I stopped into a comic store because it's like it was the only store that didn't have a line. You could just come in. I found a really cool Halloween 3 Season of the Witch like collectible set. You got the 3 characters, the witch, the skeleton, and the pumpkin. But it's $150. So it's definitely up there in the price tag. But this place is pretty cool if you like collectibles. It's got a lot of stuff from movies, magazines, comics, memorabilia from pretty much any franchise, anime. You got Pennywise and the Hulk. So the inside of this was actually an old bank that they converted into a store. So you can see the tellers way back there, and the vault, the clock, and they just painted it all black. And now this is tight. And then I've actually seen this before as well. This is Jerry's department store. They have a lot of cool retro things like old decorations from like the 80s and the 90s, and a lot of much more retro Halloween themed items. There's a line, but I'm gonna wait in it because I think it'll be fun to just go inside and see what's up.
Grab one. I don't mind stopping to walk for a while. Huh? I don't mind stopping and walking for a bit.
Sweet.
Oh, I've seen stuff like that on that doesn't kind of spooky stuff. That's just. I would listen. These are the people.
These cat blow molds. Pretty cool. They also have Christmas things, like old school Christmas things. Right, that looks like these would be from like the 70s or the 80s. They look really retro. I like that ghost a lot though. So far, that's my favorite. The ghost holding the pumpkin. All right, and then just like half a block from Jerry's department store, looks like we get to Rope's Mansion, which is where they filmed Allison's house for Hocus Pocus. Again, it seems a lot bigger in the movie than when you're standing across the road from it. It's much smaller and seems a lot less grand. heading off the main strip back to the outskirts. It is time to say one last goodbye for this season to Salem, Massachusetts. I saw a ton. I saw everything I wanted to see, all the Hocus Pocus film sites, the main street. Now I'm gonna see if I can sit down, grab a drink, and then just head back to the car because I have a drive ahead of me to Lee, New Hampshire tonight for Haunted Overload. That is an outdoor haunted house that is pretty popular in the area. So I'm just gonna make my way that way and say goodbye to Salem, Massachusetts. Okay, we are back in the car now. Salem, we're saying goodbye to Salem. I think next year is gonna have to be part 2. Best case scenario is we're able to do it all over again. Especially because now that I got most of the really touristy things out of the way, I can focus on doing the more local things. There was a cider bar that I wanted to try and I didn't actually get to try because it was kind of out of the way, and there's so many people that you really have to choose. It's like, do I want to spend it seeing the main things, or do I want to go to a bar and drink some cider? So that'll be for another time. But for now, we're heading on the road again. We're going to Lee, New Hampshire, where Haunted Overload is. We're driving traffic. I'm hopefully beating a good amount of this traffic right now because I'm leaving while everybody seems to be coming into the city for the Salem Halloween parade tonight. I am taking off before that traffic can be much more of a nightmare. So I'll update more on the road. About to be entering New Hampshire. First time I've ever been in New England, and I crossed off Massachusetts and New Hampshire off my list. Let's see where that sign is. Oh, it's coming up on the right. Welcome, New Hampshire. You made it? That cloud looks like a mountain. That is awesome. That looks like a straight up snow-capped mountain ahead of me, but those are just clouds. Alright, so I think it says we've got about 40 minutes till we hit Lee. I'm going to try to find a place to eat dinner before I do that haunted house, the outdoor one. And then I'll have to drive late at night to Concord to my hotel. So let's keep going. Sun sets on New Hampshire. I get to drive across, I think it's a lake and a bridge. Hell yeah! I ended up in Durham, University of New Hampshire, and it is popping. I have about an hour to kill, and everybody out here is in costumes. It looks like they're all going to Halloween parties because it's Saturday night, the weekend before Halloween, and I'm in a college town. Like, exclusively college. Like, nothing else to do except hanging out, drinking beers. Alright, I made it to just outside of Lee, New Hampshire, to Haunted Overload. It's the Demerit Farm. It's like an apple farm. But for a couple years now, they've been doing this enormous outdoor haunt. I heard about it from watching other YouTubers that came here for the fall, and decided I'd come check it out myself since I was in these parts. Just so you can see how I mean, it's an iPhone camera, so you can't see everything, but it's this pitch black. It's dark. Stop before you officially enter the haunted attraction. You go through these gates and then you're in, and you can't film anymore just because of how dark it is. It's for safety reasons. They don't want anyone falling down, so I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy the haunted. Found myself at the Red Arrow. The hotel recommended it to me, said it's a famous diner in the area. I mean, it looks pretty good in here. The menu's kind of like Denny's, but I like it a lot better in here. It's much more homey.